Alright, hello everyone, this is XSample, and today I want to bring to you my version of the bamboo farm. Yep, I've got my own version. I don't know what else is out there, I haven't looked. This is mine. So how it works is I've decided that I wanted to build a server-friendly farm, and it doesn't go all the time. At the moment the system is locked, even though the bamboo has grown and should be harvested. I'm not going for speed, I'm going for efficiency, and I am going for kind of like being friendly to your server and the people on the server sort of vibe, okay? So how it actually works is there is a hopper on the side here which I can fill with bone meal, and whatever bone meal I put in, it will output the same amount of bamboo, right? So if I put in 16 bone meal, it'll output me 16 bits of bamboo. Well, it should do, hopefully. Let's just see what happens. Alright, the machine has run. We got out of it 16 bits of bamboo. Right, perfect. That worked just how I wanted it to. So this pretty much is it's a compact little system. You cannot at the moment tile these. You could if we change the way this Redstone Dust is powered here. We could do that with a cauldron on a piston with a comparator, and that would work just fine. At the moment I am just building this as a single unit, and you can stack them on top of each other by placing this block here, which has this comparator on it, directly on top of that piston, so you can stack them as high as you like. That's how I've done it in my survival world. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and build this over here. So we've got a solid block. This is the lowest point of our machine, and we need to place a comparator on that block, right? We then need to put the power from that comparator into another block, and then on top of that we're going to place a redstone torch, and then another block on top of that, and then some redstone dust. So that's pretty much the output part, the part that locks the machine. Now on this side we are going to need a dropper, and the dropper's task really is to feed the bone meal up into the system, and it also works as the start-stop part of the mechanic of this machine. So if there's any bone meal in here, it'll depower that torch and depower that redstone, allowing the system to run, right? So the dropper is facing upwards, and we need to place a dispenser on top of that facing this way, and that is going to fire out the bone meal onto our bamboo shoot. Next we need a piece of dirt, and the dirt goes right there, and then the bamboo shoot will go on top of that. We're not going to place that just yet. Now I'm going to place a chest in front. You can route the collection of the bamboo to wherever you like, but this is just for this tutorial. This is where I'm putting it. Then on top of that we're going to place a hopper. So the bamboo shoot's going to get pushed off into the hopper and then drop straight into that chest. We're going to place a regular piston on top of that dispenser facing towards us, so when it gets powered it pushes the bamboo shoot towards the hopper. Then we're going to place a solid block on top of that piston, and that is going to hold the repeater in a minute. We'll get there in a bit. So we're going to place our observer block facing upwards like so, and that is going to detect whether there's a piece of bamboo right here. It will also detect the piston. So these machines typically can run by themselves infinitely without any bamboo growing. This is why I've decided to use this system. Okay, so on top of that observer we're going to place some redstone dust, and then we're going to place a repeater facing this way at full delay, and then we're going to run we're going to place a sticky piston facing down like so, and then we're going to place an observer block, and this is a bit tricky, this way, so that the red dot is facing into this dispenser. Does that make sense? So if I place one next to it, it's placed this way, right? Okay, good job. So that's it. That's the machine done. Not much more to do really, I guess, but to test it out. How I'm filling this up at the moment is I'm placing a hopper on the side here into the dropper, and that feeds the dropper with bone meal, and then we just need our bamboo shoot placed there, and the system is pretty much ready to go. I'm not sure if this needs to be, I think it does actually need to be at the next stage of its life cycle for this machine to work properly, so if it needs to be kind of like this. Otherwise the first piece of bone meal will be to grow that to this state, right? So I place that bamboo shoot there, and then we need to grow that little guy up, right? So it's fully grown up. We don't have to worry about that top bit. Then if we place in 16 bits of, and then if we place in 16 bits of bone meal, we should get out 16 bits of bamboo. Yeah, perfect. All right. So make sure you prime your bamboo before you start, otherwise you're going to have one missing. All right. So that's pretty much it. That's the tutorial. That was that easy. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time. Later.